Have you ever wondered if one day our extraordinary brains, the most complex machines in the universe, could be upgraded, becoming smarter, remembering more, even communicating directly with technology just by thought? Imagine a future where the line between humans and machines blurs, where intelligence is no longer limited by biology. Is this an enlightened dream or a controlling nightmare? Today we will explore a topic that is shaking the scientific and philosophical world. Can we truly upgrade our brains with electronic chips? Welcome to Hidden Past and our series, 70,000 Years of Human Secrets. You'll find this video exploring the topic, will we upgrade our brains with electronic chips? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other videos exploring human mysteries. If you find the video interesting and useful, please like and share to support us.
Throughout human evolutionary history, the brain has always been central to all development, from primitive stone tools to complex technological masterpieces. From the ability to remember and process information to the formation of consciousness and emotions, this 1.4-kilogram brain has shaped who we are. Now we stand on the brink of a potential leap forward, the ability to directly intervene in this biological structure with electronic technology. The idea of merging the brain with machines, also known as brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, is no longer mere science fiction. BCIs are devices that allow the brain to communicate directly with external devices, or vice versa, creating a two-way information channel. The initial goal often focused on the medical field, aiming to restore function for those who have lost it. Pioneering applications of BCIs have helped paralyzed individuals control prosthetic limbs with their thoughts, bringing immense hope. This has significantly improved the quality of life for millions worldwide, demonstrating that electrical signals from the brain can be decoded and converted into control commands. This breakthrough opens infinite potential.
The foundation for modern BCIs is built upon medical devices such as cochlear implants, which help the hearing impaired hear again. Similarly, deep brain stimulation, DBS, has been successfully used to reduce Parkinson's symptoms, regulating abnormal electrical activity. These achievements demonstrate the compatibility between biology and electronics, paving the way for greater ambitions. Currently, companies like Elon Musk's Neuralink are racing to implant chips into human brains to control digital devices. Neuralink promises to restore sight, hearing, and movement for patients, going beyond merely restoring initial functions. This is a vision of a comprehensive upgrade. Synchron, another company, is making progress with its stentrode chip, implanted via a vein, which is less invasive. This device has helped paralyzed patients send messages and control computers with their thoughts. These practical applications prove that BCIs are no longer a hypothesis, but a part of modern science that can change lives. The true potential of BCIs lies in their ability to elevate human cognition to an unprecedented level. Imagine a brain that can remember every piece of information it has ever absorbed, never forgetting a single detail. Electronic chips could store and retrieve memories perfectly, like an unlimited digital library. From academic knowledge to personal experiences, everything could be encoded and preserved forever. The ability to recover lost memories due to injury or illness would also become feasible, offering hope to those suffering from memory loss conditions. This completely changes how we understand memory.
Beyond memory, the brain's information processing speed could also be significantly enhanced. Imagine the ability to solve complex problems, analyze vast amounts of data, or learn new skills at superhuman speeds. An upgraded brain could surpass all existing supercomputers, turning us into born geniuses.
Learning would no longer be a lengthy process requiring effort and time. Instead, knowledge and skills could be downloaded directly into the brain. Learning a new language, mastering a complex musical instrument, or grasping a difficult scientific field in just minutes or hours would no longer be inconceivable. Furthermore, BCIs open the door to an entirely new form of communication: digital telepathy. Humans could communicate directly from brain to brain, transmitting thoughts, ideas, and emotions without the need for words or body language. This could revolutionize how we interact, learn, and work together, fostering deep understanding. The ability to directly connect the brain to the internet or global information networks is an exciting prospect. We could access all data in the world just by thought, sharing experiences and knowledge with anyone, anytime. The boundary between individual intelligence and collective intelligence would blur, leading to a superintelligence.
However, the path to this promising future is not smooth, but faces countless technical challenges. The biggest issue is how to integrate electronic devices into a complex and sensitive biological environment like the brain without causing harm or being rejected by the body. Biocompatible materials are key. Implanted chips must be made of materials that do not cause immune reactions or inflammation, and be small and durable enough to last long-term without degrading. Ensuring the safety and health of implant recipients is always the top priority, requiring rigorous research and testing over many years. Energy supply is also a significant challenge. How to continuously power a device operating 24/7 inside the brain? Wireless charging technology is being developed, but ensuring absolute efficiency and safety is crucial, avoiding risks related to temperature and electromagnetic interference.
Bandwidth and interference resolution are other issues. The human brain contains billions of neurons, creating trillions of complex connections. To interact effectively, chips must read and write signals from a large number of neurons simultaneously with high precision. Decoding noisy brain signals remains an extremely difficult task. The surgical procedure for implanting devices into the brain also carries many risks. Although surgical technology has advanced, intervention in a vital organ like the brain always comes with risks of infection, bleeding, or tissue damage. Extremely precise, minimally invasive, and absolutely safe surgical methods are needed. Overcoming technical barriers is one thing, but ethical and social concerns are far more complex. When we can connect the brain to technology, the privacy of thoughts will become an urgent issue. Who has access to our brain data? Can thoughts and emotions be read without permission? The ability to read and decipher thoughts will raise serious questions about individual freedom and information security. Will there come a day when advertisements can directly target the subconscious, or governments monitor citizens' thoughts? These are frightening scenarios that we need to anticipate and prepare for. The issue of identity and self also becomes more complex than ever. If memories and consciousness can be copied, edited, or even transferred, what remains to define who I am? Are we still a unique individual, or just a version that can be cloned and replicated? Human autonomy and free will could also be severely threatened. If electronic chips can send signals back to the brain, control functions, or alter our thoughts, are we truly still the ones deciding our lives? The risk of being controlled, manipulated by external forces is a terrifying possibility.
Social equity is also a hot concern. Brain upgrade technology will undoubtedly be very expensive and not accessible to everyone. This could create a digital divide deeper than ever before, splitting society into two classes, the upgraded and the left behind. Those who are upgraded could possess superior intelligence and abilities in all fields, from learning and work to social relationships. This could create an entirely new social structure where human value is measured by their upgrade points or technological capabilities, causing deep inequality. Yuval Noah Harari, in his book *Sapiens: A Brief History of Humankind*, once posed the question of whether Homo sapiens could redesign themselves, becoming Homo Deus. The upgrading of the brain with electronic chips is a prime example of this trend, transcending the limits of natural selection to autonomously shape evolutionary future.
Profound philosophical questions about the definition of human will need to be re-examined. When the boundary between biology and technology is broken, what remains to define humanity? Is a person with an implanted chip still entirely human in the traditional sense, or has become a new life form, part human, part machine? The concepts of consciousness and soul will also be strongly challenged. Can an electronic chip truly replicate consciousness, or merely simulate brain functions in a sophisticated way? If we can back up our consciousness to a digital device, is that immortality, or just a soulless, emotionless copy? How will society change when individual capabilities are deeply polarized? Will the upgraded have an absolute competitive advantage in all areas, from learning, work, to social relationships? This could lead to an entirely new social structure, changing the definition of success and human value.
We can envision many different future scenarios, from optimistic to pessimistic. In the optimistic scenario, brain upgrade technology will help us completely eradicate brain diseases, expanding our cognitive abilities to solve global challenges like climate change or exploring the vast universe. Humans will reach an unprecedented level of intelligence and awareness, unleashing creative potential and problem-solving on a scale previously only dreamed of. Chips could help us achieve a deeper understanding of the universe and ourselves, ushering in a new era of enlightenment. However, the pessimistic scenario paints a more frightening picture. It's a world controlled by a small elite with access to this technology, or a society where humans are fully monitored. The loss of humanity and free will could be the price paid for progress.
These chips could become the ultimate surveillance tools, monitoring our every thought and action. Privacy would completely disappear, and the risk of manipulation by political or economic powers would become real. A dystopian future is entirely possible. To avoid the worst-case scenarios, regulation and management of this technology are extremely necessary and urgent. Governments, ethics organizations, and the scientific community must work together to establish clear legal and ethical frameworks before technology surpasses our control. We need strict regulations on brain data privacy, equity in access to technology, and limits on intervention in individual free will. Educating the public about the benefits and risks is also a key factor for a transparent and responsible discussion.
The future of brain upgrading with electronic chips is not just a scientific or technical issue, but a broad debate about values, ethics, and the nature of humanity. It forces us to confront the most difficult questions about who we want to become and the society we want to build. Upgrading the brain with electronic chips opens up promising new horizons, but also raises countless questions about human nature and the future of society.
We stand at the threshold of a new era where technology not only changes the world around us, but also changes us from within. However, this remarkable development is not limited to electronic chips. In the next video, we will explore another field that also holds profound transformations and unexpected dangers that could change humanity forever. The dangers of biotechnology. Don't miss it as we uncover the dark side of astonishing scientific advancements.